Let's move on over to Home Sweet Home. What a beautiful title, isn't it? This will be led here on screen by attorney Raja Bhandari and realtor, beautiful Mrs. Nisha Kaur. Together, they are going to paint our screen with what they say, what costs are associated in selling or buying a home. Let's have a look.
Good morning, this is Raja Bhandari from Saxon Settlements along with Nisha Kaur. Welcome you back again in Home Sweet Home. Let's start our questions and answer series again. The question is yours, answers Nisha's. Nisha, let's start again. Welcome back again.
Thank you for having me.
All right, sure. Now, very good question. How can I get a quick sale, particularly in a slow market? First of all, it's not a slow market anymore.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about that in our market.
In market.
So, but if it was a slower market or your house isn't selling, especially in this market, you actually want to consider lowering the price. That's one. Secondly, you want to give incentives to an agent who would be bringing the buyer, such as agent bonus. This is actually, it depends on your company. So you want to check with your company policies before you put that out there.
Yeah, that's a very, very good answer there. You can give, bonus to the selling agent, not the listing agent. Listing is done. So then they can do more effort. I'm not saying they don't do the efforts anyway, but they do more efforts to get that thing done. Now, the next question is that what are some costs associated with selling my home?
Well, in a real estate transaction, you have the commissions for both sides, an agent who would be listing your property, then one who would be selling your property. Then you have title cost, as you could advise them better.
Yes, friends, it depends upon that what kind of sale you are getting into. When we write the contract, as legally speaking, that of course the major expense is the realtor's commission, and then after that they have admin fee. Then you have to see that your house is inspected for the termites and other like radon or all that. If nothing is proper, then you have to get it fixed, and and then make sure that your all the utilities has been paid in full. Until the settlement, your taxes has been paid in full. Then of course, and when you're selling the house, then you're going to pay attorney fee as a settlement fee.
Yes.
Then you have to pay for your property taxes,
HOA.
prorated, and then county transfer taxes, your portion. Buyer will pay their portion. Most of the time in Maryland, as you know, that is a 50-50.
Right.
In Virginia, it's less, only you pay the grantor's tax as a seller. So these are the most important and major expenses when you are selling a home.
And one thing I wanted to mention about the commission is, don't go with an agent who would charge you 1% or the lowest commission possible to sell your home, because if they cannot protect the interest of their commission, how can they protect the interest of selling you the house at the highest price possible?
She's very good, I'm telling you.
So you want to make sure your agent is aggressive, very negotiable, because you just don't want to get into a agreement without doing your due diligence.
In short term, it's called part-time and full-time. What are some costs associated with buying a new home? Now we were talking about the selling part.
Yes.
Now the question
buying is almost the same cost, but in buying you don't have to pay your agent's commission.
The only thing is that you don't want to pay or you don't pay to the agent's commission, but you pay a lot of other costs, because when you're selling, your column on the right hand side is less black and white. When you are buying, because you have to pay lender's fees, you have to pay attorney's fees for the closing, title insurance, then you have to pay the survey, of course you have to pay the transfer taxes and all those things, but you don't have to worry about the house. They have to make sure. And then you can of course negotiate with the seller, that seller can pay some closing cost credit to you. If that is why agents come in the picture.
Well, my job is always, whenever an agent is, agent is representing a buyer, I want to make sure my client doesn't pay anything more than their down payment. I'll make sure that the seller pays for the closing cost, so you can walk into a property paying nothing or only your down payment.
Now, next question we have, do I need an attorney to sell the home or buy a home?
Yes, it's always a good idea to hire an attorney Some people feel that it's not required, but 99.9% of my clients do hire an attorney to. You want to make sure you get into a home with stress-free and there's no issues, especially with title work and so forth.
And the most important thing I would recommend, find out a title company owned by the attorney. Like, I don't want to plug myself in
yes,
here.
Yes, Mr. Bhandari, he's amazing.
So because we want to make sure that when we do the closing, of course we have a title company, but as an attorney, we have more responsibilities. We check everything in detail. That's why we went to law school. Or any other title company has an attorney who own, I mean, in the house, not that they just come and go. So that makes a life easy for everybody, and then of course you are stress-free for future, that there's no problem. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
And friends, again, please feel free to send your questions, as many as you want, to our studios, email to our studios or phone our studio. We love to entertain your questions. Today we are taking a leave now. This is Raja Bhandari along with Nisha Kaur. So long.